Okay, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Holy Saint Night here. So, guys, let me tell you my conclusion about Diablo 3. It's trash, guys. Okay, it's trash. Let me tell you what it is. Whoever played Diablo 3, has been in his ignorance a beta tester for Blizzard. Just let me show you guys. I uh, I seldom played Diablo 3, so and I bought this on very low price. So I didn't know back then. Now that I know, I wouldn't have bought it at all. So at least I can sleep peacefully that I haven't been a beta tester myself. What's this? 100? Yeah, sword. Okay, look at this. For example, a Ronald's stride, Ronald's muzzle. I think I have another Ronald somewhere. So what does this do? This is a set item with a legendary ability. What does this do? Increases damage of shield bash and sweep by 17,000. This is just ridiculous, guys. And every use of shield bash and sweep reduces cooldown of your lows and defensive skills by 1 second. This is just ridiculous. Ridiculous, guys. You see, now what I'm using here, you see I'm using some part of the invoker. I have the damage reduced by 50% permanent, and in the end you end up mixing set items, different sets, and legendaries, and some rares, like this rare shield, for example. Exceptionally useful. Reduces critical hit chance, reduces cooldown, and okay, some resource cost reduction. That's not ideal. It would have been better to have some block, and got some thorns on it, and reduces control duration of impairing effects. So, guys, if you see this kind of stuff, this increases damage by 17,000. It's not a normal game, guys. It's an incomplete game. It's the company making experiments with for RPGs, how to make a better RPG, and using the player base to do that. Because if you see stuff like that, then it's just this item that allows a use of a skill. It's not the skill that gets supported by an item. So what happened? All the player base in their ignorance have been and you see I'm already mixing sets. This is the born set, not the invoker. I have to reduce cooldown for the time being. So the entire player base have been beta testers, even those who play on PlayStation. They have been beta testers in Diablo 3 for their experiments, which they implement in other RPGs, of course. Like World of Warcraft, how do you think all these cool patches get created? If they wanted beta testers, they needed to pay beta testers. Of course, that would cost a lot and take a lot of time. So who's gonna do the beta testing? The players in their ignorance. That's what happened here. The entire community of Diablo 3 have been in their ignorance beta testing for Blizzard, and that's why they have all these. Hold on. Look at these rifts. Yeah, I don't have a rift zone at the moment, but that's why they have all these greater rifts up to 160. What's the maximum? That's not a normal game, guys. That's not a normal situation. That's just yeah, currently mixing like 3 sets in my character: Captain Crimsons, Invoker, and Borns, and some and rares. I do not have any legendary at the moment. Though I found legendaries. Found even the Going Fury. I have this ancient legendary shield. It's the of course I prefer my rare because it gives me all these cooldown reductions. So if you see stuff like that, Rift 160 Rift, well, what's that? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? It's not because they wanted the players to keep being interested in playing the game, no. If they wanted that, they would have added PvP arenas 4 versus 4. The reason you see these things is because the players in their ignorance are beta testing the different skill combinations that allow these sets like plus 17,000 and a half damage to a certain to certain skills. This is obviously for beta testing RPG skills that they're gonna implement in as you see in World of Warcraft. Of course, it's not gonna be the same magnitude; it's gonna be a bit less, but the mobs will behave like that. Think so. In a sense, the player here is like the boss that they fight in raids in World of Warcraft, and the mobs are the players that you kill here. It's the reverse role there, and Diablo 4. Of course, they have done tons of beta testing how to make Diablo 4. I mean, Diablo 4 is not a beta testing thing. Diablo 3 is the experimental lab tube of the experimental Diablo 3 is the experimental specimen and for their RPGs, and they implement these things to World of Warcraft, Diablo 4 now, and other RPGs that they are going to make. Okay, Diablo 3 isn't a game, it's just an experimental beta tester project. Of course, players in their ignorance also look at this. I put this belt on my mercenary every 4 sessions, control bombardment on random enemy. It doesn't work on the mercenary. It doesn't make any sense why it doesn't work, but it doesn't give the bombardment. It only works on the player. Because what's the level of the bombardment? It doesn't make any sense. It should work. It should be a default bombardment level or something. It doesn't work. Other stuff works on mercenary. This doesn't work. So this is what Diablo 3 truly is. It's the experiment laboratory that they beta testing stuff for RPG games. That is why Diablo 4 has done such a good. It's trash, okay, I already stated it, and I didn't buy it. I saved my money. Other people are abandoning that, but that's why it did so good initial. So good initially because they have beta tested so much in Diablo 3 And so did the Dragonflight, the World of Warcraft, because after all this beta testing and all these patches they have released for World of Warcraft, expansions, they have beta tested so much in Diablo 3. Of course, World of Warcraft is older than Diablo 3, but it doesn't matter. At some point, they said, okay, how do we will beta test things? They're not gonna beta test them on World of Warcraft directly because that will, if they need something wrong, they need to roll back servers, and they're not gonna do that. Let's say, okay, let's create another game, Diablo 3 now, currently, that will allow us to beta test stuff, and people won't find out. And that's what they did. That's what happened with Diablo 3. And of course they implemented these things in other RPGs they made, and after so much testing with so much samples of players playing it, they realized they made some good moves in the RPG's development they have created. Definitely. Of course, they didn't hire beta testers because that would require them to pay them. The way they did it, they had the players to beta test the game, and the players had to buy the game to play it, to beta test practically. In their ignorance, they thought they were playing the game. They were not playing the game. They were just beta testing, infinite beta testing. Each season is each patch, not just season, is a new beta test. And that's how they made it. They managed to create all this new cool stuff in the World of Warcraft expansion and Diablo 4. So guys, Diablo 3 is trash, as is Diablo 4. Stay away from these games. I came back to this to check some things, and I don't regret because I managed to realize what kind of fishy things are going on in Diablo 3. You guys have been beta testing the game for Blizzard for all this time. You should, those who played it a lot, I mean. If anything, they should ask Blizzard for to pay them with money because of the work they did for them by playing their game and implementing the stuff they wanted to try out. If you want an RPG, guys, go play Total War Warhammer 3 and the previous ones. Buy them so you get to play them all together in the final map. If you want to play this is a proper RPG game, and it's a sandbox mode, so you get to do tons of stuff apart from the fixed quests. The victory objective itself is a quest. You're gonna love that game, guys. And it's not a waste of time. It's a real deal of a game. So guys, thanks all for watching. I hope this video helps you to improve your gameplay experience rather than wasting your time being a beta tester for infinite time practically. This is what Diablo 3 is, and I feel very lucky I did not play Diablo 3. I seldom played it, and I feel very lucky about it because I did not do the beta test that this game is all about. So guys, thanks for watching. Be well everybody, and I'll see you in the next cast.